Hi guys, thank you so much for being here. So today I want to talk about oil sticks, and I love using oil sticks. They are amazing. Now these are not the same as oil pastels. They are different. So I'm not sure what all the differences are, but one of the main differences is that the oil stick will completely dry. It depending on how humid it is wherever you live, it takes between 24 to 48 hours to dry, whereas oil pastels, they don't dry. They're not supposed to dry, so they can always get smudged, but these do completely dry. Now this brand over here is a Shiva oil stick, and this is what it looks like when it is brand new. So as you can see here, it's Shiva Artist Paint Stick, and this color over here I think is a burnt sienna. So it looks like this, and then when you get it, you completely take this out, the wrapper. Well, I do. I take the wrapper out completely, and then it's gonna look like this. Now, what happens is when you don't use it for, say, a week or so, it grows a skin over top of it, which is just, it just hardens and solidifies a little bit. So you have to kind of peel it back, and it's not a difficult thing to do at all. So I'll show you how you do it. It's because I'm gonna use, this is a burnt sienna, I think, so I'm gonna use this. So all you do is you just kind of go like that, and you just peel the skin off just really gently, and then it comes out, and then you can use the stick. And isn't that color like really luscious? I mean, it's a gorgeous color. So I am gonna put my sticks off to the side here, and oh, this one here is another brand. It's oil stick, and this is iridescent, so it is a gold, iridescent gold, and it is really beautiful. And this one here is called an oil bar, and this is in titanium white. So they have different brands, and you can just go into an art supply store and go oil stick or oil bar. And the brand that I use is called Shiva, S-H-I-V-A, and I love their stuff. And I'm not sure how much each oil stick is. I can't remember, so I don't want to give a price that is not reflective of what it really is. They're not, I mean, with art supplies, I don't know, they're not more than $20 a stick, I'm thinking. So anyways, this over here is a spread that I was working on, and then I let it sit for a minute, and so I'm coming back to it. So let's see here. So I put collage over top of her face, and I put collage over here, and this is like a very abstract kind of a quality, and I don't know if I'm going to cover that up with collage at some point, or if I'm going to leave it the way it is. But the purpose of this video is to show you how I use my oil sticks. So I'm gonna grab this burnt sienna over here. So I'm gonna get my colors that I'm gonna use, and obviously whatever colors you use for your figures is gonna depend on the color of the figures you're painting. So you probably are not gonna be using the same colors I'm gonna be using. But this, I think, is a yellow ochre, and of course I have to get like a red. And all I'm gonna use the oil sticks for is the face and the neck. I'm not gonna be using it for any other part of the painting, or the spread, I should say. So I think that's like an umber, maybe, I can't tell, but, and I think I'm gonna use this kind of pinkish color and a white. So those are the ones I'm gonna use just right off the bat, and maybe this brown too, I don't know. But these are all like very flesh colors. So basically how I'm gonna use it is I am going to just lay it on here like so, like this. And see, I've got to peel the top off because I haven't used these for a while. And this is a yellow, it's not an ochre. I thought it was an ochre, but it's a yellow. That's okay, I'll kind of use a little bit of it, but I wanted more of an ochre. So I'm gonna use this over here, and I'm gonna peel the skin back. So you just kind of smush it in like this, and I don't want to use too much. Not in the first layer anyways. And so I'm peeling back the skin here. And now I want like a red, an orange color, because I need to kind of mix like a flesh, you know, some flesh colors. And so I need a little bit of an orange. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of put it like this. Okay. Now I'm just gonna use my finger and I'm just gonna smush it around. So I'm gonna like really kind of go really deep into the paper here. And the heat from your finger is going to melt this oil, and it's really going to give it like a really lush kind of a look that I can't replicate with acrylic paints. And like I mentioned in an earlier video, I did at one point use oil paints a long time ago, but it really takes so long to dry, and the disposal of oil paints are really, it's very exact, and different places have different laws, and so you can't just clean up your brushes and throw your paints down the drain and what have you, and that's just to protect the environment. So it's not a bad thing at all, it's actually a very good thing. It's just when you're using oil paints, it does make it very difficult to kind of dispose of your paints. So as you can see, the face is like taking shape. And now I am not gonna put any oil pastel on the forehead here, and that's blue, and I'm just gonna leave it blue, just because I kind of want that abstract kind of blue over there. So I'm just smushing it around here. And what you can do is you can put on a couple of layers right off the bat, or you can put one layer, allow it to completely dry, come back in, you know, 1 or 2 days, and then put more layers on top of it. So it's totally up to you how you want to layer it, but I'm gonna put all my layers on at one time. And so I've gotta like peel this skin off here. So basically I'm just kind of modeling her face, like I'm just giving the face some dimension. And so I'm just gonna use my finger and just smush it all around. And depending on whether you want the background to show through, like I put collage on the face, and so I can see some of that text that's showing through the oil, but I'm not sure if the camera is picking up on that. And it's very subtle. Now, if you want to cover it up completely, then that's completely, you know, that's a personal choice. But I want some more red here. And can you tell already how lush this is? And it's just a very rich feel and look. And when it's compared to, say, the abstract quality of all of this paint, it really is a good, I just love the combination of it, of combining the oil pastels with the acrylic. And they're not messy at all. They're really quite, you know, like they're portable. You can If you're traveling, you can take them with you. So it's not like a messy art supply. At least I don't think it is messy. Okay. So I'm just kind of building up her face here. So I'm really liking where that's going, and I think what I need is to add a little more dark to the edges here, just to give it a little bit of dimension. And see, all I'm really doing is just smushing this in here, and I'm kind of intuitively like feeling out where her face, you know, like I'm just modeling her face. So a little bit of dark over there. And so I want to put some of that red in there. And now I need to bring some white in here just to kind of lighten it up a little bit there. So as you can see, it is taking on some dimension here. And when it completely dries, I can go back in and add more of this oil bar, or I can go in with acrylic. I can go in with a blue Stabilo pencil. I can go in with a lot of other mixed media supplies, but I have to be sure that it is completely dry. So like I said, depending on where you live and the humidity, it might take a longer time or a shorter time for it to dry. So you would just have to kind of figure it. And when it's dry, you'll know, because you'll touch it and then nothing will come off on your fingers. So I'm just gonna kind of build up her neck a little bit here. And the way I build up my face a lot of times is I kind of try to imagine, like when I put makeup on, like that's where the color would go, that's where the reds would go, you know, or the reddish colors. And so that kind of helps me if I kind of look at it that way. It just helps me build up my face. So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to allow this to dry, but I have another spread over here where I've already put the oil pastel on and it's already completely dry. So I'll move that off to the side, and if you can see here, so I've already applied oil pastel, it's completely dry. I don't wanna, excuse me, put the oil bar on here, but okay, so it's completely dried, and so nothing is smudging, as you can see. And I just think I got some of the oil bar on my fingers. So this is all completely dry, and over here I just let the background show through. So I didn't cover the whole face completely. I let this previous layer show through. And over here, I did not apply the oil sticks onto her neck. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep the neck like this or if I am gonna add the oil sticks on here. But anyways, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So I'm gonna move these oil sticks off to the side here. And I just wanted to show you that I can now, on this dried face from the oil sticks, I can now go in and I'm using my blue Stabilo pencil, and I am going to sketch in her facial features. And so I'm not going to use the oil sticks anymore, I don't think. I mean, I might to like just if I need to lighten something up, or you know, yeah, maybe add some dimension to the sides, but I don't think I'm going to use the oil sticks anymore. And you can now, I can go in and I can use a pen or acrylic paints. There's a lot of things I can use on top of these oil sticks now that it's completely dry. And I am not happy with that. So I don't think I should have used that eraser over there because it kind of smudged it up really badly. Okay, so I am going to so I'm much happier with that. And so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna use this Pitt pen over here, and it is a Faber-Castell Pitt, P-I-T-T artist pen, and I'm just gonna kind of go over this Stabilo here. Is not working. So you can use different kinds of media over top of this oil stick, and you can also add more collage on top of it as well. So just say you were not happy, just say I was not happy with this entire thing. I can just go right back in and just add a whole bunch of collage. Just actually not even a lot of collage, just maybe 1 or 2 layers, and just cover the whole thing up. And you know, that's a great thing about mixed media. If you don't like it, then you can just always cover it up. So I hope that this video showed you how to use the oil sticks, and it just gives a really beautiful contrast between the acrylic paints and then the oils for the face. Like I use it for the face and the neck, and I don't use it for anything else. Now you can use it for other stuff, and I have seen artists do that beautifully. So I just don't do that, which doesn't mean I never will do that. I like to keep it contained to the face and the neck. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that you will now be inspired to maybe try out oil sticks. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.